Hello everyone, I'm Ahmed Hafiz and welcome to today's session on lean manufacturing in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. In this session, we will explore the key terminology and foundational building blocks of lean manufacturing within the Dynamics framework. So, what is lean manufacturing? Lean manufacturing is a production strategy focused on delivering more value to the customer by eliminating waste. It aims to streamline processes, reduce cost, and improve efficiency without sacrificing quality. In other words, it's a way to make a product efficiently by reducing waste and only producing what's needed when it's needed. The next term is a production flow. A production flow is the step-by-step movement of material and product inside a factory, from receiving parts to shipping finished goods. It's a part of a bigger value stream or operating unit, which include all actions that added value to the final product. In Dynamics 365, each production flow is connected to a unit in the system that represent this value stream. The flow includes all the activities and transfers needed to make or move items through the process. The next term is activity. Activity is a task or operation done in a production flow, like assembly or inspection. It can be either manufacturing activity or transfer activity. So if we go to Dynamics and here go to production flow setup, lean production flow, then production flows. And this screen is used to define the production flow, and we can have a look here on one of the records. So each production flow is connected to a legal entity and value stream. Value stream like operating unit used for costing purpose. You can have a look here on the value stream. It's just a name and type, operating unit type here, value stream, and you can define who is the manager of this operating unit. And each production flow has versions, so we can have several versions here because maybe we need to change some processes or we need to change the time or the cycle time or the running time, so we can have versions here. And if each version has at least one activity, so we can have a look on the activities here. So from here we can see all the activities and the relationship between them, which one is the first one. So this is the first one and this one is the following one. And if we need to have a look on the details, we can click here. We can see here the picking activities and everything, but don't worry, we will go back to this screen in another session. I just wanted to show you what is the production flow and how to create a record in Dynamics. And if you want to see a visual for the or visualize the activities, you can click here. You can see all the activities and the relation between them. So the next term is Kanban rule. Kanban rule define when, how much, and what type of item should be produced or moved when a signal is triggered. It set the conditions for how Camban works, such as which item is applied to, and which process is used, and where it should go. In Dynamics 365, these rules help automate lean manufacturing by connecting demand to specific production or transfer actions. So, in the previous slide, we talked about Kanban rule. Kanban rule will trigger a Kanban or a signal. So, what is Kanban? Kanban is a Japanese word meaning a visual signal or card. It is used in manufacturing to control production and inventory. When an item is running low, a Kanban signal that more item to be made or moved. This creates a pull system where work is done only when needed. In Dynamics 365, a Kanban acts as a signal to start production or transfer activity for a specific item based on specific demand. The Kanban had three types. Fixed means we will produce a fixed amount of quantity, and this is usually used to make to stock scenarios. And event Kanban, and this will trigger the production or the transfer at certain conditions like stock is low or sales order is created, and this is used for make to order scenarios. And schedule campaign, and this will be based on regular plan like we will produce item X every Monday. So these are the three types of campaign. So here in Dynamics, if we go to Product Information Management module, Lean Manufacturing, then Kanban rule, here we can define the rules or the instruction for how to produce our finished goods. So let's have a look on one of these Kanban rules. So this is a fixed Camban rule. Let's create a new one. Let me show you here. So this will be to produce product, not withdrawal, not transfer, and we can here select the replenishment strategy, fixed or scheduled or event. So let's make it fixed. And here is the first plan activity. So we define the uh, activities on the production flow. So let's say select any of these. And here I will select a product or product family. So which product need to be produced. So let's say L. Let's use this one. And if we need to have a validation date here, we can set expiration date here. And the quantity, so let's say 100, and here 100. And save. And if we have campaign created, we will see them here. We will talk about this screen in detail, but I just wanted to show you how to create Kanban. So we have Kanban rule, and we selected the types, and from here we can see the signals or the Kanbans created related to this rule. So the summary for this session, we learned what is lean manufacturing, we learned what is production flow, and each production flow has a version, and each version has activity or multiple activities, and these activities can be either transfer activities or process activities. The process activities use work cell to produce the product, and the transfer activities to transfer the material or the product from one location to another location. And we learned what is Kanban rule, which is the instructions to produce a finished good, and these can be a fixed Kanban or even Kanban or scheduled Kanban. And fixed Kanban mean we will produce a fixed amount of quantity. Even Kanban to trigger the application to produce a finished good based on specific events like creating a sales order, and schedule Kanban like a plan to produce a product every month or every week based on the business requirement. I hope this session was useful for you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next session. Have a good day. Bye bye.